welcome back to your program. You're watching Morning Thailand with Golf and Phi. Now, of course, Kun Phi, if you've seen this morning front pages, there's a picture of what you can tell is a murder case. Obviously, a man was shot dead. I do apologize on behalf of everyone that it was really graphic. I mean, that seems to be a practice here in Thailand where we want to make a point by using pictures. So normally sometimes,
to create dramatic effects.
Yeah, and sometimes it didn't really blur anything. So you're going to have to see a picture of a dead body on the front pages. Not what you want. However, this particular case took place in the Nonthaburi province, so not far from Bangkok at all. He is Jirawat Iem Aram Sak. Now, this particular case is actually quite brutal murder case due to the fact that this is in front of a lot of people, now in front of a crowd. They say that Kun Jirasak is the owner of the snooker bar or, of course, a pool bar, and also a restaurant called Pleun Bar, which is located just underneath the snooker place or pool place. Now they say that he has a nickname of Neng Leo, so it's almost like a gangster name, so per se. Now he was shot with .38 bullets, just go right under the back of his head, and he was killed instantly. Now they say that he was quite well known around the area, and to be a big gambler as well as giving out loans. So he's one of the loan sharks in the area, and he is known to carry about 200,000 baht cash with him at all time due to the fact that he's a loan shark.
So certain motives in killing this man.
Exactly. So at this point they said that the person that killed him came behind him as he was sitting around with his friend drinking and shout out saying that those who do not involve in this case just get away kind of thing, and then just shot him blankly. Now they said that the culprit also took the wallet from his pocket as well, and his cell phone, and of course they went away. So they are assuming that the 200,000 baht cash, which is in there, could be the motive. But of course, they say that it could be some kind of a business related as well, because don't forget, he's a loan shark in the area. So there might be people who seems to feel that, the needs to actually having him dead kind of thing. So, yeah.
So moving on to someone who we actually don't know yet if he's still alive or not.
Right.
The missing businessman that I reported yesterday, Kun Chanchai Maingam or Sia Uan, the influential businessman in Srisakhet province, the owner of Songseum Song Pendin company, and also the biggest importer exporter in Rong Glua market. And it seems his daughter came out to report to authorities that he was missing from his home after driving to buy grocery on Monday morning and have not yet returned home. And it seems that they got the footage from security camera after his car, the Nissan pickup truck, left the house, and they saw another two vehicles I reported yesterday, the white Toyota Fortuner and also the Ford pickup truck following him, trailing him. So it seems that he would be in some quite serious situation right now. Another security camera have got the pictures of these two vehicles driving in Prachinburi province.
Oh, okay. So
and also a lot of motives in this might be the possible abduction of this businessman as well, because he is in several legal conflicts with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Influential businessman, casino owner, local authorities.
So that could be a
provincial
problem.
Offices.
Right. And I think he also, like we were reporting earlier about the whole selling of the land,
plot of land worth 100 million baht. But I think maybe a lot of people involved in this case because reports say that Kun Chan Chai, this man or Sia Uwan, often reports to authority about the corruption of that has been going on in Sisakhet province and also in Aranya Pratet district.
So there might be other people who would like to have him quiet. But that's the thing. We still don't know yet in terms of whether or not he's dead or alive. But the police seems to think that at this point, the chance of Kun Chaichana still alive was quite dim. They say that by now, since he hasn't contacted back, or there's nothing, because if it's a ransom,
right,
they should have heard about it already, because if it's the abduction for a ransom, obviously this doesn't seem to be the case. And the longer that he has been missing is probably the more likely that he might not turn up alive. But let's hope for the best, and exactly, and hopefully it's not going to turn out that way, because we already have a report of a missing businessman. Exactly, and that case is still ongoing. They still look into it. There's not much updates on it, but we make sure that we'll give you the updates. Now, another case that we want to give you the updates on is, of course, we talked about this a lot, the luxury cars cases.
Right.
And the DSI investigation on it. At this point, they say that the DSI looking a little bit further, and right now they're focusing on the red Ferrari that was caught on fire and then just looked
and started a whole investigation
the saga. Exactly. And of course, this particular red Ferrari belongs to this man, let me see here, Ek Warawut on Chot. He's only 24 years old. Apparently, he is his business that he's doing is actually so-called kind of a family business. However, they say that he is the one that the CEO of this particular company, so he's going to have to look after all this. Now, they say that this particular car, he has told the investigator that the red Ferrari actually belongs to someone that gave him this particular car before for a loan. And of course, he gave the money in and gave the registration back to the person already, even though it say that it belonged to him at one point. But the loans has been done, the process has been completed, so they already received that. But this is from Kun Narunat, of course, Narunat Kwonsawat, who is at this point under the DSI investigation as well.
Right.
So they are trying to look into this particular case. The DSI went into 5 spots altogether to investigate all these places to make sure that there's no involvement. Now, the DSI also seized 5 luxury cars from the company, and they found that one of the executive obviously is a contact with suspect in tax evasion scam, which is of course Kun what that we talked about right now. So as they were checking all these 5 spots, they also seized Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen, as well as Audi that were owned by Kun Ek Warawut, of course. And at this point, this belongs to Power System Thailand company. And the company was located in the Pathum Thani province. So Kun Ek Warawut still coming out and say that there was no foul play into this. He didn't really know anything about it. But of course, there's going to be more investigation on this, because obviously it seems like there are a lot of issues that has came up, and this involving a lot of money in tax losses.
Seriously, if you can claim that you had no idea what's going on in your business compound or around your house, who would have known?
Exactly. Who else, right? Now, another interesting news that we're going to update on, of course, the scandalous monk. When you think there's
saga.
Exactly. There's no end to, there's no more stories to it. Well, there is. On the front page of Thairat newspaper, there's a picture of a woman. Of course, they didn't really show her face except for her lips there. They call her Miss A. Miss A came out and claimed that she actually is, or was at one point, Luang Pu Nen Kam's wife.
While he's in Mangkhut?
Well, of course, because he has been in Mangkhut for quite a while. Now, get this. She was actually his wife and have a child, a son, with หลวงปู่เนนคำ when she was in grade 8 so minor
not older than 15 years old.
and her son is already 11 years old
Come on.
yes so that means that
11 years ago.
that means that if they could actually prove that the son is by the
the DNA.
exactly biologically the father is หลวงปู่เนนคำ he will get the charge of having sex with minor as well now having said that another interesting news and involving not only the 16 accounts that have 200 million baht circulating every day there's คุณชัยรัตน์ดอกไม้ทอง he's an architect now he claims he owns not claims but he owns the company Vintage Integrate Design company and he claims that หลวงปู่เนนคำ hired him to come up with the design of
The model plan.
of Khanti Tham Foundation so which is going to be a
nice.
meditation place but get this it's supposed to have a mall in it as well so I'm not quite sure how the meditation versus mall how that's going to work but interestingly enough this was like early last year and he said that he have done everything he went into the area where the หลวงปู่เนนคำ claimed that he gonna build it he looked at everything he planned everything it's gonna be 5 million baht for all the design หลวงปู่ didn't give him any money just yet but he said that หลวงปู่เนนคำ would like a jacuzzi in his room he would like to have a safe house there's going to be a counter bar there's going to be a bedroom there's going to be a swimming pool and this is going to be worth about
That's
300
so
million
nice.
baht
That's
just for
5-star
his-
hotel. That's
yeah,
5-star
just
hotel.
for his place it's going to be 300 million baht but if it's included the mall as well as the meditation place it's going to come up to 700 million baht
Oh, just a small part of his biggest chunk of the nation.
Yes.
And also the money that has been circulating in his 16 accounts belonging to him and also his followers.
exactly
So they got
you need a
more.
jacuzzi if you're a monk apparently because it's such a hard life I mean come on if you're gonna do this might as well just leave a monkhood enjoy a luxury life you can do whatever you
Right.
want but then you're not gonna get money
True, that's true. And it seems that he's not coming back.
well the followers say of course he's gonna come back but just not now he's busy
Certain cases, certain allegations are waiting for you.
right
So just come back as quickly as possible if you can prove that you're innocent, hasn't
Exactly.
done anything wrong. So wrapping up just quickly here, a case following one of the followers of หลวงปู่เนนคำ who
Yeah.
claims that he got a PhD from a university. The World Peace University now in hot seat right now because the DSI has opened a probe into this particular university which seems to grant many honorary degrees in exchange for money to people.
I didn't know we can buy it shouldn't have wasted my time
Seriously, the DSI say this World Peace University actually registered not as university but as a company limited. But
okay
they used the word university in its name, its logo, and also in other documents. So people believe that this is a real university and got status as other private universities in Thailand. I heard that there were more World Peace University in other countries
yeah
as well.
like it's quite normal but this is almost like it's not a degree per se it's more or less like an award it's almost like an award that grant people that work hard that life achievements
Do
that
good
kind of
deeds to
thing
society.
but I think the problem is some people who received it put the word doctor or PhD at the end of their names and that's almost like giving other people the impression of being or receive a higher education already
So
there's some actors there's a
Famous-
boxer exactly
yes.
that received this as well so at this point they would like to look into whether or not this is
Right.
legit
In the website of the World Peace University, it informs people that the university has similar status as other universities. So the DSI said that would be in violation of the Computer Crime Act as well, because it's deceived people to believe in the wrong thing. And this particular university will hand out more honorary degree, doctorate degrees actually, on the 21st of July to around 200 people at Rajamankala Stadium here in Bangkok. So I'm not still sure if that ceremony was still going on amid these allegations.
Well, we'll see, because otherwise we're going to see a lot of PhD walking around, that's for sure.
Right.
Now, with that, let's take another short break, but of course, we'll come back with more of political related news, especially with the whole 2.2 trillion baht
loan
loans,
degree.
exactly, as well as at this point, the water management plans and how is that going, which direction. So please stay tuned.